জয় কুঞ্জ বিহারী। নমঃ বিষ্ণুপদায় কৃষ্ণপৃষ্ঠায় ভূতলে শ্রীমতে ভক্তিবেদান্ত স্বামিনিতি নামিনে। নমস্তে সারস্বতী দেবে গৌরবাণী প্রচারিণে निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य दशता। Hare Krishna. As Janmashtami is approaching, so we'll be hearing Krishna's pastime, Krishna Katha. Today we are going to hear on Krishna and Rukmini's pastimes, how Krishna kidnapped Rukmini. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 52, chapter entitled Rukmini's Message to Krishna. Text 37. Sri Rukmini Uvacha Srutva Gunana Bhavana Sundara Srinnatangti Srutva Gunana Bhavana Sundara Srinnatangti Nirbishya Karna Vivaroir Haratangatapam Nirvishya Karna Vivaroir Haratangatapam Rupang Drishang Drishimata Mokhilarthalabhang Rupang Drishang Drishimata Mokhilarthalabhang Tvai achyuta yavishati chitta apatrapang me Srutva gunan bhavana sundara srinnatangti Nirvishya karna vivaroir haratangatapam Rupang drisham drishimata mukhilarthalabhang Tvai achyuta yavishati chitta apatrapang me Vishwakarna vivaroir haratangatapam Rupang drishang drishimata mokhilarthalabham Tvai achyuta yavishati chittam apatrapang me Vacha Bhavana Sundara Srinnatangti Nirvishwakarna vivaroir haratangatapam Labham Tayachyata Visha. Mataji's Shri Rukmini Ruvacha Sutva Gunan Bhavana Sundara Sinnatangte Nirvishya Karna Vivarair Haratanga Tapam Rupam Visham Shivatam Ganathalabham Tayachyata Avishati Chittam Patrakam Me. Anybody else? Okay. So, word meaning. Sri Rukmini Uvacha, Sri Rukmini said, Srutva, hearing, Gunan, the qualities, Bhuvana, of all the worlds, Sundara, O beauty, Sinnatang, for those who hear, Te, your, Nirvishya, having entered, Karna, of the ears, Vivarahi, by the orifices, Harataha, removing, Anga, of their bodies, Tapam, the pain, Rupam, the beauty, Drisham, of the sense of sight, Drishimatam, of those who have eyes, Akhila, total, Artha, of the fulfillment of desires, Labham, the obtaining, Toi, in you, Achyuta, O infallible Krishna, Avishati, is entering, Chittam, mind, Apatrapam, shameless, me, my. Translation. Sri Rukmini said in her letter as read by the Brahmana, O beauty of the worlds, having heard of your qualities, which enter the ears of those who hear, and remove their bodily distress, and having also heard of your beauty, which fulfills all the visual desires of those who see, I have fixed my shameless mind upon you, O Krishna. Purport. Rukmini was the king's daughter, courageous and bold, and furthermore, she would rather die than lose Krishna. Considering all these, she wrote a frank, explicit letter begging Krishna to come and take her away. So this is the first verse of the letter, love letter, written by Rukmini to Krishna. Rukmini wrote in this Bhagavatam seven verses from 37 to 43. How many verses? From 37 to 43. 7 verses. 7 verses she wrote to Krishna. She never saw Krishna before. She only heard. She was daughter of Bhishmaka in the kingdom of Vidarbha. The name of her kingdom was Vidarbha. So sometimes she is called Vaidarbhi. Vaidarbhi means daughter of Vidarbha. I mean, the name is related to the kingdom, Vidarbha. And her father's name was Bhishmaka, who was a devotee of Krishna. And Bhishmaka had, I think, 4 or 5 brothers. The eldest brother, four or 5 sons. The eldest son was Rukma. And he had only one daughter, Rukmini. One daughter, 4 or 5 sons. So the eldest son was Rukma. Rukma, and the daughter was Rukmini. So, from childhood, Rukmini would serve the saintly guests because as her father was a king, many saintly people would visit king's palace, sometimes Narad Muni also. And Rukmini would serve Narad Muni. She would cook herself, she would, distribute prasadam to Narad Muni. And she had little chance to speak with Narad Muni. So she would ask Narad Muni, "My dear Narad Muni, you are visiting so many planets. So, in your eyes, who is the best person to marry me?" She was king's daughter, so as in the purport also, we see she was very bold and, as a king of daughter, it is natural, So Narad Muni would say, "Yes, I have visited many places, but the best person is residing on the earth now." And who is that best person? Krishna. So Rukmini would ask many questions because she was in her mind, she was trying to select the right, bridegroom, the right person to marry her. So she was asking so many questions in details. And Narad Muni, first of all, he is a pure devotee, and he is so much absorbed in Krishna's thought. So he used to describe Krishna's beauty, Krishna, 6 opulences of Krishna to Rukmini, very elaborately. So by hearing those qualification of Krishna, Srutta means hearing. Only by hearing, she became, attracted to Krishna. And not only Narad Muni, many other saintly persons would visit Bhishmaka's palace, and Rukmini would serve all of them, and all of them would only narrate, only glorify Krishna's beauty, and that he is omniscient, he is all powerful, that 6 symptoms of Krishna. So hearing many times from different saintly persons, and Rukmini knew that this saintly person will never cheat me. So she became 100% convinced that Krishna is the best person to marry me. So in her mind she decided that I will marry Krishna. But her eldest brother Rukma was friend of Shishupal. And Shishupal, from his birth, he was against Krishna. When Shishupal was born, he had 4 hands, like Narayan, 4 hands. And there was a Akashbani. Akashbani means a voice from the sky. It said that if this Shishupal loses his 2 hands, extra 2 hands, on somebody's lap, that person on whose lap he lost his extra hands, he will be the killer of Shishupal. So then mother became very curious, who will kill my son? So whoever would visit Shishupal's palace, his father was Damaghosh. So whoever would visit as guest, the mother would place Shishupal, baby Shishupal, on his lap. So she put in so many guests' lap, but these 4 hands remained. The extra 2 hands are not going away. So then she understood, they will not kill my son. But one day, baby Krishna came to visit Shishupal's house because they are relative. Damaghosh, Nandaghosh, I think they had some relationship, some close relationship, relative. So then Shishupal's mother put Shishupal on Krishna's lap. And immediately his 2 extra hands became invisible. He got 2 hands, extra 2 hands, it became invisible. So then immediately Shishupal's mother understood that this boy will kill my son. So then she immediately, although Krishna was a small child, She immediately folded her hands. My dear Krishna, you please don't kill my son. Why I will kill your son? No, because there is a prediction like this. There is a voice from the sky that if my son loses his two hands in somebody's lap, he will kill him. So on your lap, my son lost two of his extra hands. So I understand that you will kill him. Krishna said, okay, if it is like this, then I will kill him. No, please, don't kill my son. So then Krishna said, okay, I will forgive his 100 offenses. A small child, Krishna at that time, I will forgive his 100 offenses. Speaking like a very matured person, and he is actually most matured. So then Shishupal's mother understood that Krishna will forgive my son's 100 offenses. So from the very beginning, when Shishupal was a baby, she was telling, Krishna is very good, Krishna is your best friend. She was telling so many things so that he never becomes inimical to Krishna. But when Shishupal first learned how to speak, he immediately started offending Krishna. I will kill Kitna. You understand? I will beat Kitna. So Shishupal's mother became nervous. Sorry, what is this boy? I am trying to teach him not to offend Krishna, and every time he is offending Krishna. So then she became helpless. Okay, what is written in providence, it will take place. But anyway, Krishna became very envious. Shishupal became very envious of Krishna. From his youth, he became very envious of Krishna. And not only he, all his friends, Jarasandha, then Rukma. Rukma is his very bosom friend, close friend. They all became envious of Krishna. You understand? All the names are given. I don't remember all the names. So they all became envious of Krishna. So when Rukmini was growing up, at that time, any daughter of Kshatriya, when they become 10, 11 years old, due to many reasons, that was considered the age of marriage. First of all, they are Kshatriya's daughter. They very quickly grow. Their health, they are very strong and stout. So Rukmini also in very childhood, when she was like 10, 11 years old, she grew up very nicely, and she was expansion of Radha. She was expansion of Radha. She is considered as non-different from Lakshmi. And she is born to marry Krishna. This is pre-planned, And she was the first wife of Krishna, So everything was pre-planned. So then she was thinking, she has completely decided that I will marry Krishna only, and nobody else. She knew that Krishna is God. So whom shall I marry? Whose body is made of flesh and blood, full of nails and hair and, all dirty things. So I will not marry any human being. I will marry only God. I will marry Krishna. But her brother Rukma became very, against this. He understood that my sister wants to marry Krishna, and Rukmini's father Bhishmaka also understood that my daughter wants to marry Krishna. So Bhishmaka was supporting, because Bhishmaka was devoted to Krishna. He was attracted to Krishna. So he was supporting. But his son, Rukma, he said, my sister will marry only Shishupal, my best friend. My best friend, Shishupal, is very heroic, very healthy, and so many things. And Krishna is a son of cowherd, son of cowherd. He was defeated by Jarasandha. Jarasandha never defeated him, but once only Krishna ran away from the battle, and Jarasandha thought, 17 times I was defeated by Krishna, but this time I defeated Krishna. Finally, I defeated Krishna. So Jarasandha was very proud, and he was boasting to Shishupal and others, you see, I defeated Krishna. Krishna ran away. So Jarasandha was very much convinced that Krishna also can be defeated. You understand? And Shishupal was very much convinced that I can defeat him anytime. You understand? So then Shishupal also, as a friend, he would visit Bhishmaka's palace, and by chance sometimes he saw Rukmini. And Rukmini is not ordinary girl, she is Lakshmi herself, expansion of Radha. So Shishupal became like paralyzed, you understand? By seeing Rukmini's beauty, Shishupal became like paralyzed, you understand? So he expressed his love to his friend, Rukma, that I like your sister very much. Don't worry, my friend, you are my best friend. Don't worry. I'll arrange your marriage with my sister. So Shishupal was, in Bengal it is called taking mankala. Mankala, eating mankala. Mankala means banana in mind, not real banana. So Shishupal was eating banana in mind. He was relishing some imagination that I became the husband of Rukmini, you understand? So when she became marriageable, immediately he pushed, you propose to your father that I want to marry your sister. Yes, yes. So then immediately Rukma went to his father, my dear father, I want to get my sister married with my best friend Shishupal. Then father, in the beginning he was mildly protesting. I think Krishna will be better for my daughter. No. Krishna is he is coward, he is defeated by my friend Jarasandha, and he is loose character, he killed cow, he killed one lady called Putana, so many things. He is not fit for my sister. My sister is qualified only for Shishupal. And there was a little quarrel between father and son. Then son became so arrogant, so angry, that if you don't offer my sister to Shishupal, then I'll destroy the whole kingdom. So many things. He was like a gunda. Rukma was like a gunda, So father was gentle. So, okay, if Krishna wants, if Krishna is God, he knows everything. Even if I don't pray, he will understand my desire. So Krishna will take step. So why should I quarrel with my son? Let my son try. So verbally he gave his consent. Yes, you can arrange. So marriage was fixed, date was fixed. On coming month, on this day, and on this lunar date, Shishupal will come to marry my sister. Everything was fixed. And it was, in the beginning, Rukmini did not know so many things, but later on she came to know my marriage is already finalized. And she became nervous. I'll rather die than to marry this rascal Shishupal. You understand? So, but when in the beginning she was thinking what to do, how can I inform Krishna? Krishna is in Dwaraka. So how can I inform Krishna? So then she became very restless. What to do? She started thinking. Then she thought, Namo Brahmana Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagadhitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo. You are very, favorable to the Brahmins. So she selected the best Brahmin of her kingdom. Rukmini selected the best Brahmin of her kingdom, and she wrote a very beautiful letter. And she folded this letter and gave it to that Brahmin. You go to Dwaraka, give this letter to Krishna. This is the first sloka of that letter, Sutta Gunan. So that Brahmin came, of course he came by chariot, but coming from Vidarbha to Dwaraka, it took a long time. When he came, then he immediately met Krishna. But you see, in those days etiquettes were very excellent. So Krishna washed his feet and Krishna massaged his leg, and then Krishna offered him prasadam, Then he took rest. He was sleeping. Brahmin was sleeping. Krishna did not ask anything. When he woke up in the evening, evening means next morning will be Rukmini's marriage to Shishupal. You understand? So when the Brahmin woke up in the evening, then Krishna asked him some questions. What is the purpose of your coming? Then that Brahmin told, I carried a letter from Rukmini for you. Rukmini wrote a letter to you. Then naturally it was confidential letter, love letter, But Krishna asked that Brahmin, okay, read. So there is no confidence. In human love letter there may be confidentiality. But God, everything is pure. God is all good. God is all good. This is our conclusion, no? So the Brahmin read that letter himself to Krishna. And this is the first verse. Suttva gunan bhavana sundara. Bhavana means the whole world. Sundara, you are the most beautiful person in the whole world. And Sutta, hearing your qualities. Sutta gunan. I have heard your qualities from many saintly persons. Bhavana sundara. Sinnatang te nirvishya karana vibhuroir haratangatapam. Simply by hearing. Not only me, anybody who will hear your qualities, they will lose their even bodily pain. Just like Bhishmadev, he was suffering with, Sarasajja. But when Krishna touched him, he did not have any pain. He was feeling pleasure. Parikshit Maharaj, he was hearing Krishna Katha, but when the snake bird, Takshaka, beat him, he did not feel any pain. He was smiling. So, hearing your qualities, even the bodily pain doesn't exist. If someone hears your glories, even bodily pain doesn't exist. Yesterday one devotee was telling that he reads Srila Prabhupada books 8 hours daily. 8 hours daily. I was a little captivated. Oh, Baba, if I become lucky like him, I don't read 8 hours. But hearing his statement that he reads Srila Prabhupada books 8 hours daily, I become a little encouraged. Yes, very nice example, reading. I don't think that he was telling lie, but he is reading. That's why he told me, shared me. So, if you read Srila Prabhupada books, if you can read like 8 hours a day, then bodily pain also will not touch you. Then what to speak of mental pain, what to speak of any pain, no tritab jala. So that is Rukmini is telling. Sattva gunan bhavana sundara srinnatang te nirvishya karna vibhuroir. I heard your qualities through my ear hole. Karna vibhuroir haratangatapam. My bodily pain is gone. There is no bodily pain. I never feel any bodily pain. Not only me, anybody who hears your qualification, they will never feel any bodily pain also. This was text 27. Rupang drisham drishimatam akhilarthalabham. Those who have eyes, for them seeing your beauty is achieving everything. It is a festival for the eyes. If anyone who has got eyes can see your beauty, it is a festival for their eyes and they achieve everything. Toi achyuta avishati chittam apatrapang me. My dear Achyuta, who never commits any mistake, who never falls down. Avishati chittam, my heart is entering into you. Apatrapang me, like a shameless girl. I have become shameless only for you. Otherwise, generally, at least in India I have seen, proposal comes from the boy. In India, the boys are more, advanced. Girls feel shy to propose. But here, we see that Rukmini was proposing. And she never saw Krishna. Just by hearing, she became attracted to Krishna. So anyway, Krishna heard these 7 verses. In some places it is written 100 verses. Maybe it is the summary. In Bhagavata is already the summary of all scriptures. So 7 verses, we can think that it may be the summary of 100. Rukmini wrote, I heard in many places, Rukmini wrote 100 verses. in that letter. Here in Bhagavatam we got 7 verses. So anyway, after hearing this letter, Krishna said, yes, I know, because he is omniscient. He knows everything. I know Rukmini's heart. I know she loves only me, and I know she doesn't like to marry Shishupal. So I'll go and marry her. This is called Rakshasa style marriage. And Rukmini was guiding. You come in this way. Next day morning is my marriage, so you come near Durga temple. I will go to worship Durga, and in the excuse of worshipping Durga, I will run away with you. I will marry you in Rakshasa style. It is called Rakshasa marriage. In our Vedic literatures, there are many types of marriages are discussed, but one is Rakshasa style. Rakshasa style means they run away. The boy comes and kidnaps. That is called Rakshasa style. So you marry me in Rakshasa style. She gave the guideline how to kidnap me. I'll go to Durga temple. You wait there, and I'll run away with you. So when, just at night, because next day morning is the marriage, and she was worried whether Krishna has accepted her proposal or not. Then it was very late, Krishna is not coming. It was almost dawn. Dawn means early morning. Neither Krishna nor that Brahmin came with information. So she became like half dead. I must commit suicide or something. In another verse she said, Jashangri Pankajara, the last verse. Jashangri Pankajaraja Snapanang Mahanta Manchanti Mapatirvatmatamapahattai Tayambujakshanalavayo Bhavat Prasadam Jayhamasun Vratakisan Satajanma Vishat. I am ready to commit suicide 100 lifetimes, minimum. I am ready to commit suicide minimum 100 lifetimes if I don't achieve you. So she was ready to commit suicide, not only one time, 100 lifetimes. You understand? So when she saw Krishna has not come, even at the dawn, she became more in anxiety, extremely in anxiety. Even the Brahmin did not come. At least Brahmin should come and tell me that Krishna is not accepting your proposal. But maybe that Brahmin is feeling shy to show his face to me. How can I give this bad news to Rukmini? Rukmini was thinking like this. How can I give this bad news to Rukmini that Krishna did not accept your proposal? So Rukmini was thinking negatively. But at the same time, she is thinking, still now, it is not morning. The sun did not rise. So time is there. Krishna knows my marriage is next day. You understand? So then she was somehow or other, keeping her life. At that time, she felt some good symptoms in her body. All the left parts, left thigh, left hand, left eyes started, what is called? Moving, shivering. So this is good symptom for ladies. For man, right thigh, right hand, right eyes, if it is shivering, you will understand some good fortune is coming. And for ladies, if left thigh, left hand and left eyes shivers, it is a good symptom that some good news is coming. So she became very happy. Immediately she saw that Brahmin appeared in front of her. And Brahmin was so happy. His face was bright and smiling. So Rukmini understood there must be some good news. So then Brahmin told, yes, Krishna accepted your proposal and Krishna has already come. And her father heard that Krishna has come with Balaram, because Balaram came with soldiers, because he knew they are all political person also. So he knew there can be some attack. So he came with soldiers. Balaram came with soldiers. But immediately Rukmini's father came out and welcomed them. Welcome, welcome. So he gave one very nice palace to Krishna and Balaram to stay. And all the citizens of Vidarbha, previously also they heard Krishna's name, Balaram's name, and many of them knew that they are God. So immediately thousands of people came to see Krishna in the in that place where they were given residence. So when they came, first time they saw Krishna, so beautiful. Krishna, so beautiful. This is the right person for Rukmini. Another person told, Rukmini is the right wife for this Krishna. So they are all talking. The citizen understood. This is the right person of Krishna. What is rascal Shishupal and they are unfit for Rukmini. So they started praying to God. They don't know Krishna is God. They started praying, and many of them, they don't know. They started praying to God, my dear God, please arrange marriage between Krishna and Rukmini. They started praying. The citizens. So then, Rukmini was happy. Just early in the morning, she took a plate for worshipping, and with her mother and some friends, she went to Durga temple. And when everybody understood that Rukmini is out, there are so many kings came to see that marriage. So, but Rukmini was in the palanquin, she was covered. But when she came near Durga temple, she got out, she came out of palanquin, and thousands of princes, they were trying to take a chance to have a glimpse of Rukmini. And some of them saw, and they became very captivated by seeing Rukmini's beauty. Very beautiful Lakshmi, So then she went to worship Durga inside temple, and she worshipped Durga, and she was praying only one prayer, let Krishna become my husband. This was the only prayer she offered. Then after doing elaborate offering, she came out. Now the problem is that she never saw Krishna before. So she was looking left and right, and suddenly she saw Krishna. So she should ask, are you Krishna? Ask or not? She did not ask. When the sun rises in the eastern side, do you ask, is it glowworm, firefly, or the sun? Do you ask? When sun rises in the sky, nobody asks whether it is glowworm, or whether it is firefly, or whether it is candle or torchlight, or whether it is sun. How do I understand? How do I understand it is sun? By sun's glory, by sun's effulgence, by sun's power. We understand this is sun. No need to ask his identity, isn't it? Similarly, when Rukmini saw Krishna, she understood this is Krishna. She did not ask, are you Krishna? She did not ask. She just went near the chariot of Krishna, and she extended her right or left hand. She extended her hand. Then Krishna just pulled Rukmini on the chariot. Then Rukmini told, I want to drive the chariot. I want to drive the chariot. That means Rukmini will kidnap Krishna. Krishna will not kidnap Rukmini. Rukmini will kidnap Krishna. Similar thing happened when Arjuna kidnapped Subhadra. Subhadra was driving chariot, isn't it? So all the soldiers of Jadus, they understood that Subhadra is kidnapping Arjuna. Similarly, when they saw Rukmini is driving the chariot, they understood, oh, Rukmini, it is with Rukmini's permission and it is Rukmini's plan. Rukmini is kidnapping Krishna. So Krishna said, okay, wait, I will blow my conch, I will not run away secretly, I will blow my conch. So Krishna blew his conch, Panchajanna, and immediately all the kings who were present there, they started fighting. Then they got defeated very quickly. They informed Shishupal and Jarasandha, they also came, they attacked Balaram, and they also became defeated very quickly. So in this way, Jarasandha, solaced them, don't mind, because the time is favoring them. Now time is not favoring me. I defeated Krishna one time. He was defeated 17 times. He did not mention. I defeated Krishna one time. So in future, time will come, right time will come. you also can, he was telling to Shishupal, you also can defeat Krishna in time, but not today, because today time is not favoring us. Anyway, Rukmini's brother, eldest brother, I will not allow Krishna to go like this. I must go and kill him. So he with his soldiers, he went there and he met Krishna on the way and he started fighting with Krishna. And within few seconds, Krishna defeated him. Then Krishna came to kill him. Then Rukmini became very unhappy. My husband will kill my brother. So she became little unhappy. Then she prayed to Krishna that please don't kill my brother. Then Krishna thought, after this marriage, this is her first request. After our marriage, this is her first request. I must keep her first request. So then Krishna told, okay, I will not kill. The point is that if you become relative of a pure devotee, you will be rescued, somehow or other. We are relative of Prabhupada, no? We are relative of Srila Prabhupada. We will be rescued, somehow or other. Somehow or other we will be rescued, because you are relative. Just like Amugha was relative of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Although he was an offender, he was rescued. Isn't it? There are many examples. Offenders became rescued by Krishna because they were relative. Shivananda Sen's dog was delivered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because the dog was Shivananda Sen's dog. You understand? Like this, there are many examples. So, in this way, Rukmini's brother was rescued, but Krishna did little funny things. He cut little hair from this side, little hair from that side, and half mustache, and put some tar and what is called lime here and there. And he also promised, that Rukma promised, I will never go back to my kingdom. So he was staying in the forest. And Balaram came and Balaram scolded Krishna. He is your relative. Why you are doing like this? Balaram was scolding Krishna. But anyway, so then they came back, Krishna, Balaram, they came back with Rukmini. They came back to Dwaraka. And Rukma remained in the forest. He did not go back. And Shishupal, Jarasandha and other friends, they went back to their own country. So this is the small story, as far as description is given in the Srimad Bhagavatam. We have 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes. So if you have any question or comment, you can ask.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, there is a different opinions about the transcendental knowledge. Say for example, Bhagavad Gita is containing total more than 740 slokas, but whereas we are reading only 700 slokas, it is limited to. Similarly, Upanishads also 250, more than 250, but everybody knows only 108.
Everybody knows?
Only 108. Generally, we say Upanishads are 108. Puranas are 18 and Upanishads are 108.
I cannot follow the pronunciation.
No. Generally, Upanishads are totally 250.
Okay.
But whereas we know that only 108 Upanishads.
108 Upanishads are main.
Main. Similarly, in the Bhagavatam also, about 7 slokas covered by Rukmini prayers. But there is plenty of prayers are behind it. So why this gap and how this transcendental knowledge?
Did you read Ramayan?
Yeah.
Big book.
Yes.
But in Bhagavatam, I think 3 chapters. Did you read Mahabharata? 1 lakh sloka, 1 lakh verses. But in Bhagavatam, few chapters. 2, 3, 4 chapters in Bhagavatam. Nishinga Puran, if you read, it is like Mahabharata, big. But in Bhagavatam, only 7th canto. Isn't it? So in Bhagavad is a summary of all Puranas, all Vedic literatures. Bhagavad is the summary. If it is not summary, even summary we cannot read properly. No time. Krishna mercifully made summary. Otherwise you will not read. Did you read 4 Vedas? But summary of 4 Vedas are here. Summary of Mahabharata is here. Summary of Ramayana is here. Summary of Upanishads are here. So in this way, Krishna made summary for us, because Krishna Krishna knows that in Kali Yuga people are lazy and they don't have time. They have more time for sense gratification, but they don't have time for reading Srimad Bhagavatam. So he made as far as possible. If you are serious, you will read at least Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. Krishna summarized. Now if you are interested to read all this, you read all Puranas. No problem. These are still, some of them are still available. Okay?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Rukmini was only hearing from Narada Muni about Krishna, and she developed such a acute desire
Attraction.
to have him. We are hearing, but we are still...
You are hearing, there are so many lizards in this room, they are also hearing.
so
What is the difference?
from I seem like more like the lizard category rather than the Rukmini category.
It depends on our background. When Prabhupada heard, he became so convinced and so empowered that he delivered the whole world. So this is the difference between Prabhupada's hearing and our hearing. You understand? It depends on our previous lifetime sukriti. In previous lifetimes, how much good work we have done, how much devotional achievement we achieved in our previous life. Everything, depending on all these things, so our hearing, the quality of our hearing will depend on our previous life also. It is just like Prabhupada gave the example that you visit a hospital, so many patients are visiting hospital. Some patient goes and doctor gives an injection, okay, you go, you are released. Another patient comes, doctor says you stay for 3 days. Another patient comes, doctor says you stay for 1 month. Another patient comes, I have seen one patient, 6 months staying in the hospital. So why different patient taking different duration of time? Why? Because their personal conditions are different. Similarly, in hearing Harikatha, hearing Bhagavatam also, it will not affect equally. To somebody it will affect very quickly, to somebody it will take a little longer time. It depends on the degree of our disease. Is it clear? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat.
Really excellent session. Just like the appearance of Lord Krishna is transcendental, so similarly the appearance of Rukmini Devi is also transcendental. So is there any Leela that how she appeared? It is mentioned somewhere.
As far as I know, she took birth as Bhishmaka's daughter. I don't know anything else. If anyone knows, like Sita Devi appeared from earth. But regarding Rukmini, I never heard any incident like this. Perhaps she appeared like human being, but she is not human being. But God and godly energies like Lakshmi, sometimes they can also imitate human being. You understand? Sometimes they imitate human being. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Bol.
Prabhuji, in your discourses, you explained about she was the expansion from Radharani. She is herself like Lakshmi. But here we are seeing she is worshipping Durga. It's like if we see it's kind of inferior nature. So what lesson we can take from her?
In Vrindavan, the gopis, they were all Lakshmi. Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Sambhrama Shaibhamanam. In Vrindavan, all gopis are Lakshmi. But they are worshipping Kattayani, Why? They are worshipping Katyayani, asking, let Krishna become our husband, my husband, they are telling. They are praying secretly so that other gopis cannot hear. You understand? Let Krishna become my husband. This was their prayer. So sometimes, to fulfill your target, sometimes you can pat a clerk also. You want to meet President of India, sometimes you have to pat the secretary. Understand? So demigod worship can be done if it is targeted to achieving Krishna. If you offer prayer to Durga and say, give me devotion to Krishna, Durga knows this is the right person. You understand? I heard a story like an ISKCON devotee, he did little offense, and after death he went to Jamaloka. So Jamraja is looking again and again to that person, He's looking again and again. This guy is from ISKCON. So Jamraja told him, you wait. So that just I heard it from Sanatan Gopal Prabhu. So then Jamraja, after some time, he called him to a private chamber. So you are from ISKCON? Yes. So he did little offenses. So like this, he was, forgiven, and he was given another chance. You go and rectify your offenses and come back. He was not taken to the burning fire where all the criminals are punished. Anyway, so Jamraja is not Krishna, but we can, if necessary, we can pray to him. Durga is not Krishna. For achieving Krishna, we can pray to her. You understand? Lord Shiva, if you go to Ananta Vasudev, you know Ananta Vasudev in Orissa, Puri, is Lord Shiva. But Mahaprabhu was taking the prasadam of Lord Shiva because the prasadam was coming from Vishnu. Ananta Vasudev is Vishnu. Prasadam the bhoga was offered to Ananta Vasudev, then it was taken to Lord Shiva, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was releasing that prasadam. So we can take even Shiva's prasadam if it is offered to Krishna first. So in this way, the conclusion is that Rukmini worshipped Durga not for Durga. She knew Krishna will come to kidnap me. This was her consciousness, Krishna consciousness. Okay? Hare Krishna. So, time is there or not? Half minute. I close here. If you don't have any question, I close here. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Samavata Vaishnava Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaur